Okay, if you want to know why JFK was killed and who did it and how they did it, you came to the right place. As a political liaison officer from the Oval Office in Eisenhower's administration, this gentleman right here, Tricky Dicky Richard Milhouse Nixon, concocted with the CIA Operation Mongoose to assassinate all the elaborate plans to assassinate Fidel Castro in Cuba. This gentleman wrote a book, Robert Morrow wrote the book Betrayal, a reconstruction of certain clandestine events from the Bay of Pigs to the assassination of JFK. Back jacket photo of the author holding one of the four 7.35 millimeter Mannlicher Carcano sniper rifles he purchased. If you could read this, it says, at the direction of the CIA shortly before the assassination of JFK. These weapons fire Oswalds bullets in a reload in such a manner that every bullet traces back to Lee Harvey Oswald's gun on the ballistics test. This bullet right here in the Robert Groden book, the Arlen Specter's Warren Commission Exhibit number 399, killed the president, wounded the governor, gravely wounded the governor, conclusively convicted Lee Harvey Oswald as lone nut shooter of the president of the United States. However, it has, if you watch CSI, no hair, teeth, or eyeballs, no blood, tissue, fabric, or fiber, no damage except to the base of the bullet. The base of the bullet is flattened, which is achieved when a small caliber carbine round comes out of a high velocity sniper rifle. The Warren Commission Exhibit 399, the pristine magic, I like to call it enchanted because it doesn't seem like those other words give it enough credit. This bullet created 7 wounds, broke 5 bones, killed the president, wounded the governor, and conclusively convicted Lee Harvey Oswald on the ballistics evidence, because when you put a carbine round into a sniper rifle and what they call a sabot shell casing, in Robert Groden's book, The Case for Conspiracy, in the back here you got a picture of several of the suspected shooting sites. One of them is the Dallas County Criminal Courts building, where 2 air conditioner repairmen 2 years after John Kennedy was assassinated found a sabot shell casing. This makes it possible to reload Oswald's bullets and fire them out of a sniper rifle. Now, 30 minutes after President Kennedy is pronounced dead, I told a buddy of mine, this is the critter that had it done. If you can see that, that's a face of Lyndon Baines Johnson, vice president at the time Kennedy was president. He was under indictment, investigation by a Senate subcommittee for racketeering the afternoon President Kennedy was assassinated. He sealed that investigation, even from the Congress that reigned sealed to this day. There are 6 books that agree with my contention. This is one written by Barr McClellan, Blood, Money, and Power, How LBJ Killed JFK, by Barr McClellan, noted LBJ authority and Johnson's personal attorney. It traces Johnson's killing habits back to the mid-40s. It says that he was responsible for about a dozen murders during his political career. I think his lawyers shortchanged him by about 60,000 in Vietnam. Now, right after the president was shot, Lee Bowers, a railroad superintendent right here in this little red roof shack behind the hill here, saw a commotion behind the stockade fence. As the president was shot, he turned that direction. He saw a train disappearing without his authorization. He had not dispatched this train. He had a switchman stop the train. The Dallas police had about 50 police run over this direction and 178 witnesses looking for shooters. They found 3 hobos on the train, good haircuts, clothing, and shoes. This one's been identified as Charles Harrelson, Woody Harrelson's father. He's in a federal prison for assassinating a federal Judge Woods in San Antonio. Said he was one of the head shooters of John Kennedy. He recanted later trying to get a parole. They kept him. He's serving a life term. Man in the middle is a high-ranking covert CIA operations chief. He goes by several names, Chauncey Holt, E. Howard Hunt. You might have heard that name in the Watergate burglaries. His right-hand man, Frank Sturgis, another Watergate burglar. These 3 hobos taken off the train. Robert Morrow wrote a 2nd book. After he was promoted, first-hand knowledge hire, participated in the CIA mafia murder of President Kennedy. He is now a senior CIA agent reporting to the head of the covert operations, reveals the extraordinary plan that resulted in the assassination of JFK, now tells the whole story for the first time. This book shows a picture of the store where he bought the extra guns for the extra fire teams. He bought the radios, modified the guns for quick teardown and concealment, taught the people how to use and tune the radios. These 3 hobos being escorted through Dealey Plaza by Dallas's finest. The young cop is wearing a Motorola transceiver in his right ear. The old tramp has a Motorola transceiver in his right ear. This man right here, you can't see probably in this film, a fellow pictured in a blue shirt with his fist in the air, giving the sign for either Black Panther salute, a Communist Party power to the people salute, or a special ops or SWAT signal. It's a green, it's a go, take your shot. This man is the only guy in the entire motorcade pictured that day with an open umbrella. He opened it when Kennedy turned the corner. He's standing